in order to be ingratiated into the black community as a black man, right? You have to be willing to accept people always downplaying. Basically, don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with joking around, playing around, right? But if you're good, if you have anything going for yourself, if you're a really handsome guy, if you're really talented, it doesn't matter what you have going on. You are expected to act like that doesn't matter. All right, and your only purpose is to be used, whether it be you being used my entertainment, use my validation, uses my punching bag. All right, when I'm interacting with you, said even black men do it with other black men to the point where again that's that white supremacist shit. When you can look at someone who is far more successful than you at something, right? To the point where you can say, yeah, I know that you're a millionaire, I'm like $50,000 in debt, in college debt, but I still feel as though you're making a terrible choice with this right here. I saw this joint, I can't find it right now, but it's this joint. So Angry Man was playing all these basically these TikToks of basically guys just talking crazy about the boy on TikTok. And what the way the narrative that they're trying to run with is that you're complaining and basically property doesn't have a voice. We don't want to hear from you because again, the more successful a man becomes, the more everyone looks at you like property. The more everyone looks at you for what they can get from you. Okay, and for the most part, this has to do with the economy being fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are easily triggered by this light skin, dark skin shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had no idea it was that bad. But you know what? And also, another thing that gave me a different perspective on the shit is like, yo, I've experienced being very successful. I've experienced, pretty much, even it doesn't matter what I had going on. I always been treated like I was that nigga. I always been treated with hella endearment. You know what I'm saying? Like this is that's normal. All right. And not only that, like I'm saying, like I command respect when I come into a room. I work hard on that. Okay, I demand respect. Period. You understand? I'm a little nasally. So swear to God, checking in. What?
Get up, and get out of them relationships. Like,
why are you here, bro?
All right.
You don't even do nothing. You what the?
But anyway, so I actually saw another hip hop blogger. He do more battle rap blogging. But I was just disappointed. I'm like, yo, bro, like you supposed to be a part of the media. Media cannot put out you. Well, I'm sorry. With the kind of media you do, it doesn't make you seem credible if you create videos with a bias in the title. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm contradicting myself. I mean, I listen. But again, with whatever I'm doing, I'm still righteous about it. Because again, one of the reasons why I'm gonna keep talking about this shit is because a shift has to happen where black men realize that y'all don't think like winners, and okay, and y'all have willful ignorance towards people that I guess you can't admit that you're jealous of. All right, you can't admit that successful niggas make you uncomfortable. Like I remember the other day I was talking to my mans and whatnot. I'm like, yo, because right now I'm on the grind, I'm on the come up right now. If I had never experienced getting no real money, hearing my boys say, yeah, so I just got a check for 12 racks. But it was a commission check and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like I ain't gonna lie, for a quick second, I felt mad self-conscious. I'm like, yo, but I'm different from y'all because I'm creating a way that at some point I will get a check for 12 racks. Very soon. You understand? Very soon. Not fucking playing. All right. Um, we had another one where it says, "Is Drake playing victim?" I want to speak to that as well, and I get it. If you ain't never been that nigga before, then maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But listen, listen. Your boy Six Paths get love from all around the world. I'm just saying.
Goodness you've had your surgery.
We good to go.
But that shit ain't come on the right way.
Thank goodness you've had your
We
surgery.
good to go.
We good to go. Always. going back to what I was saying about how black people we live in our own universe. When I say that, right, we think, and again, shout out to the interview man, he did a brilliant breakdown on this, and I wanted to expand on. And what he was talking about was, we think that the whole world thinks how we think. So I think stop snitching is one of the best examples, because stop snitching is a very like black thing, okay? And what it's about is that no matter what, we never get the law involved. And Angry Man made a really good point about our ancestors got the law involved in order for laws to be changed. That's how you get things done in this country, is with lawyers in court. That's how every place in every company, every person who has something to protect has lawyers. What do you think that's for? Though that's where the real fights are had. It's in the courtroom. That's how we decide shit. Okay, but it's with legislation, through legalities and shit like that. But what we don't understand is that a part of why y'all feeling as though Drake, basically what people are saying is that, Drake, you are a property. You have been used to help this man revive his dead career and help him get popping again. And when we see this happen, we want to act as though we forgot that you put this nigga on. You helped him get hot, because Kendrick started becoming considered a superstar after the looks he got from Drake, not before. Okay? Section 8 didn't sell nothing. Okay? He been signed to Aftermath. He wasn't doing shit over there. Dre is notorious for signing niggas and let you just rot, let you die. You understand? Also, a lot of people don't understand the psychological warfare that comes with competition, and how people see you and treat you when they think that you guys are in competition. So a part of a competitive mindset or a competitive relationship is where you do not celebrate your enemy or celebrate your competition, or you may do that in order to mentally attack them. Some people are okay celebrating the competition, right? But what you want to do is always discredit your competition and always make your competition seem questionable, or make this skill level, a competency, seem questionable. So therefore, you don't look for the good in the person. You're in competition. What you supposed to be doing? You look for the bad in that person. So, if someone makes you feel insecure, especially when it's male to male, that would mean that you are lacking in your self-esteem and confidence, because you automatically put yourself in competition with them, or you feel as though basically you have to humanize them because you're not able to handle, like, mentally handle the realization that this guy's on a different level. And listen, there are some men in this world who will exist on such a level that they could smash a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
smash a girl, man. All right, man. So, what Drake is experiencing, even how Drake is rapping, stuff he talks about in his raps, if you ain't never got no money, then you're not going to understand what he's talking about. You're not going to understand the interactions. So, the next part I want to get into is, all right, so we're going to go ahead and play it. Hopefully, it don't get strike down. I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna stop. Okay?
Yeah. The summer is over, I missed it. Barrel was smoking, I kissed it. Fair showed us the renters for Texas.
Nigga said the barrel was smoking, I kissed it. So what you also gonna see is Drake is gonna rhyme pretty much the same word for two verses, right? And he's gonna also touch on his relationship with LeBron. You know what I mean? Let me show y'all a post real quick. Pardon me. These are pictures of him. Hold on. These are pictures with him. So he's known LeBron for a long time. These are pictures of him with LeBron in 2009, and I believe he's at one of his I guess a show. Let's see. Let's read what this says. 6 degrees, now it's just separation. Yeah, that's crazy. Been there from '09 though. Didn't have the audacity to dance to that song everywhere. Like I'll give you a pop out maybe. Just cause it's LA. And Savannah was living for it. About to go over to Paris and be promoting that song heavy and demanding it to be that theme song. Meanwhile, Steph and KD being loyal as hell and even saying to you to turn it off when it's over and done looks nasty in the light. Then try to piece it up and post knock the shoes because Aubrey ain't answering text. I don't know how to say that word. I guess it's piffed. Or nah, hold that. Hold that. Anyways, like I said, the beef showed a lot of people's characters and what they value, and how even with having everything, you can still put clout chasing over loyalty and getting used by Kenny, and will probably let himself get used again. Just now we're going to expect it. So the whole point of showing this old pictures is to show you how far back Drake and LeBron go. So that picture is back from '09. So back then y'all had a relationship. If you didn't want to be a part of the whole thing, I understand I want to be a part of it. I didn't see the clips of him dancing to that song, but if you have a relationship with someone and that song is about, so I mean the song, I mean the main thing that made people really buy into the song was Kenny playing into this idea of Drake is a colonizer now. A colonizer is someone who kind of just takes, and and just how can you say a colonizer takes and doesn't give back. Drake, you cannot. I mean, what? And not only that, it just looks crazy considering the nigga been here for 15 years, and all of a sudden, y'all all agree that he's not black and he's a colonizer. Shit is crazy. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose again. All right, sorry, y'all.
Unrealistic. Cut him the check cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. Just pay the man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us and it wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits.
You said niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits. And what he's speaking to is the same metaphor I used about when you get to a certain level, it's certain conversations you can't have, and also because again, when you actually put certain conversations into words, it opens the door for people to get disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That's why men can't be but so vulnerable, because it's not but a matter of time before that vulnerability turns into disrespect or turns into a lack of appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And we also do this thing, especially with black folks, that again, we always try to bring every nigga down to the lowest common denominator. We try to bring every black man down to like a nigga level. You know what I'm saying? Where basically it doesn't matter what you could do, it doesn't matter what you got, you still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And if that's not racist, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And it's disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's the same as telling Deontay Wilder, they gotta knock you the fuck out, nigga. You know what I mean? And being serious about it. And I think on some level, that probably would hurt his feelings. It'd be like, damn, bro, I'm like a famous boxer. You just gonna disrespect me like that? Yeah, cause you black. You know, now Tyson Fury, you know, I don't want no problems with him, mate. Hope these jokes and the analogies is doing something for you.
You think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
So, people even made headlines or I've seen captions about. Basically, I've seen people say shit like Drake needs to let it go. So, for the sake of, I don't know if it's the sake of social media or for the sake of just discrediting, and again, discrediting is a personal attack on someone. When you know that someone is successful or you know that someone is great at something, it is you're attacking the person. you mean to be spiteful. It's not. You're not doing that to be righteous. You understand? So, I've seen people write shit like, I'm sorry, post TikTok saying that he needs to just let it go. You know what I mean? And it's like, why are you still talking about this? And it's like, well, for one, and this is what I realized about black folks too. Black people feel as though everyone needs to be putting in their most solemn effort to make sure that black men do not act of their own accord or do what they feel as though is right, and do not stand up for themselves. Because if black men don't stand up for themselves, if black men don't speak up for themselves, if black men don't decide, hey, I think that's wrong and I want to do something about it, then that means that he will never change his environment. Because most black men, and this is a way in which black men think like women, and they don't realize it. This comes from the women being in charge for too long. Women do not change things because they don't have the power to change the environment. Only the men can change the environment. A woman's nature is to, shout out to Crib Secure, it's to nest in the environment. And again, she may voice that she doesn't like what's going on in the environment, but she's not able to put together the plan that would change the environment. Which is why we have families where it's just women, there's always problems. There's always fights, people, there's always beef, there's always issues just about. Especially if it's a situation where there was never a one married couple in the house with the kids. Like in my family, if my grandmother wasn't married to my grandfather, who knows who the hell she would be? And who knows who we would be if it wasn't a family that had a mother and father in the household where they were married, and and we had Christian values in the household and stuff like that. You understand? Like, but again, all that comes from men deciding what's right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I saw a really interesting post from Azalea Banks. Excuse me. So, oh damn, I can't. No, I gotta read from my phone. I cannot read that on the screen, guys. Hold on, let me see if I open it from. Actually, no. It is open there. 1 second. I will read this to you right now. 1 second. Here it is. So, it's from Azalea Banks. Let me make sure you guys can see me. And she says, Azalea Banks says Kendrick Lamar is Regina George from Mean Girls and weaponized cancel culture like Burn Book. The fact
Regina,
that
stop!
Oh shit.
Do you know?
The fact that Kendrick couldn't turn around and piece it up and said the pedophile shit was a joke, albeit a desperately terrible one. A terribly desperate one, and shake hands of good sportsmanship. Instead, went out his way to recruit Drake's friends like he's Regina George is just so cunty and gay. I'm sorry. You can't put a wool over my eyes and pretend that this is about Drake being a colonizer. Imagine calling a Jewish Negro a colonizer. Laugh my ass off. The two most persecuted groups of people in modern times. Be fucking serious. Like it just all reeks of a different type of unread ghetto inner city public school ignorance. I can't believe everyone's falling for. Yo, so the dude who does this blog, he says valid points being made, but seriously though, Regina George rant sounded like Euphoria is taking me out. I hate the way that you walk, the way you talk. You know, they say you're just less of a hot version of me. From Kung Fu Kitty to Malibu Ken Doll, I can't. I love the internet, man, forever undefeated. All right, yeah. So for the most part, black men who are winners or black men who are great at what they do, you were taught to be